Well, damn. Let me see here. This is really not how I wanted this to go. This is not really how I wanted this to go. How's everybody doing? I'm late. Just as usual. I mean, I'm running a business, man. I am running a business. I am running a business. I don't know if anybody can see me yet. And I had some suggestions. Let me see if I can fix some of this. There we go. I get that a little bigger. I really don't know what I'm doing. Just so everybody knows. Fix some of this. There we go. I get that a little bigger. All right. So anyways, I'm pretty sure it's working. If somebody can just text in the chat, they can hear me. All right. You see me. All right. Good. All right. I removed myself so my screen's bigger. Give me just a minute to figure out which charts I want to be looking at. I'm sorry, I got dragged into a conference call this morning that went on and on and on, and I was trying to get off of it. So give me just a second. By the way, I haven't had trades hitting worth of crap before 10 o'clock in a while anyways. So let me get my news report up. So 8:30 we had PPI and we got inventories at 10 o'clock. So let me just get my bearings. We really don't need to be looking at any trades for a while. One of the things I don't like is this is that damn 8:30 news. We have a tendency to run and then become complacent. So, that kind of looks like what we did this morning. So I have, for full disclosure, where the heck is it? Where did I put it? For full disclosure, because I'm doing this for the first time, where am I here? For the first time, I put myself in sim mode in case I screw something up. So I put myself in sim mode and I gave myself a $2,000 balance. Okay, because I don't want to screw anything up here. Does that make sense? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my little templates for all my charts for my trade entry tool from TradeSaver that I've talked about. I'm assuming there's a delay. And by the way, what we're going to do when I'm getting ready for a trade is I'm going to blow this out so we can see better. So let's see I'm seeing how long it takes from when I do something to when it hits my screen. Yeah, there's a good, let's see here. 32. I'm blowing this up. There's about a 20-second delay. All right. There's about a 20-second delay. So if this works, I'm going to have to create probably a non-YouTube system down the road that allows me to be like live instead of semi-live, because apparently I am behind by about 20 or 30 seconds. this is practice for now. But what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to put myself in a schedule to go live. Right now, I've even put my account in sim mode because I can't screw something up, and I don't know if my data is going to screw up because I'm trying to stream at the same time I'm trying to trade. So I put myself in sim mode. But my intent is to try to do this on a regular basis for a while. And then if it works, my other intent is to then try to figure out how to go into a room with people that want to go into a room where we are like live. Because there appears to be, even with this, there appears to be 30, 40-second delay. Yeah. So let's see here. We just had the 10 o'clock news, which we didn't seem to have any real reaction to it. On my other screens, I am currently looking at there I am. Can I move myself? Let's see. Nope. Shoot. Sorry about that. I don't know how to use this. I'm on my third software to try to go live. And this one, I loaded it last night, and it was not the suggested one from YouTube. I mean, that I had on YouTube or any of that. And here I am. So this one was easy to do. I'm like, holy cow, how easy could this be? Why it was so darn difficult, I don't know. Anyway, so I guess I'll put myself down in the corner here. But I got to work on cleaning up this screen because I literally just figured out how to do this morning. Discord has a pretty good live stream. Okay. But is it live? That's my question. Because apparently we're delayed. And if we're going to be trading and I'm going to be like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. I mean, I really want it to be like live, not, no, I don't want an RTY right now. I would definitely be more interested in an RTY if we cross over and sat on top of it. That's my opinion. Because we shot through it here. And then we're up, and then we're up again. Now, I mean, it's going down. I see that, but I just feel like we're going up right now. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, I'm completely wrong. But we had this pivot here. We had this pivot here. We're stair stepping. So I just feel like we're going to stair step up. Discord should be live. Okay. I'll have to check into that. Okay. Because, Discord, they do a lot of gaming. So that's got to be live. Think about that. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah, Discord, they do a lot of gaming. So, that might be live. That's a good point. Because I think that's what a lot of people do on Discord is they game. And obviously that stuff's live, no delays. I don't have it set up to be delayed, but it is delaying. I can see that. Well, obviously that did work, didn't it? See, 96. I mean, I'd be looking for at least 40 ticks. So it's 92.6. Be right to here. I'm still getting my bearings straight. Sorry about that. I literally was on a phone call. was literally on a phone call. Automatic 10 delay for YouTube. Okay. Seems like it's longer than that from what I'm looking at. Okay. Thanks, Johnny. All right. I think the chat over here, for example, is live more than the more than the video. I am, full disclosure, I am in a sim account today because I don't want to screw something up, and I'm what was I at? $876. So I'm almost at my goal for the week anyways. So this literally hit right about my target to the tick. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't have gotten filled. Now, like I said, I've really been hitting my trades the last few days after 10 o'clock, like when the market starts actually picking a direction and going. So hopefully something picks up here soon. The cool thing about like the way I've been trading lately and how I've gotten my mental state is that I really have like got myself into a place where a trade literally has to like punch me in the face for me to say, yep, this is it. Let's do this one. And I say that because I've calmed myself down enough to look for bigger targets. And so therefore I don't feel I have to take so many trades anymore. And it's nice. It is nice. Now, I mean, this was a nice little situation here. And if I had some time to evaluate it and figure out the risk that I would have been taking, because I would have certainly had my stop right above it, I might have done it. But I had just finally got my charts turned on. I had gotten off my conference call. I just kind of
Mike Fisher.
There, see, there's another factory calling me. I'm not taking the call. But I get called from these factories all the time. Yeah. So I just got to put my phone in mute mode. Anyways, let me just see here. Yeah. How many people are in here? I can't even tell. 27? Okay, that's a good number. 27 people. That's a good number. That is a good number. Especially since this is completely unannounced. Completely unannounced. I need to turn my lights off overhead too because they're glaring on the back screen. Let me get that. All right. Now I'm looking at the ES is starting to head to the current high of the day. I'm kind of hoping that RTY will go through the prior day open, do a crossover retest, and we can look for a long there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. And to go along with all that, I do need the NQ to get north of the 5-minute red line, so everybody's in agreement that we're going in the same direction. Right now, they're a little bit conflicting because the NQ's hitting into the red line. And if you'll notice, the NQ hit into the red line, and the RTY is now rolling over, and so is the ES. They have a tendency to flow in the same situation, but all of them are in different stages of their trending. So that's where you can get hiccups. And that's why I say, that's why having the ability to look at all three at the same time, I can recognize, for example, if I'm in a long in the RTY and I look over at the NQ and I see it's about to bump its head into something that we know is a major like resistance, I can feel comfortable that the RTY stopped, hesitated, and kind of rolled over. And then I got to kind of figure out, okay, between the RTY, the ES, and the MNQ, do I still feel comfortable that the trade I'm in is going to plow its way forward? And I mean, it becomes a quasi guessing game. That's why you kind of hope that all of them are on the same page. Right now, the RTY and the ES are on the long side, but the NQ isn't. So they're battling each other. Let me see this. This is my rep. It keeps messaging me. Give me just a second, because I don't have anything to trade right now anyways. And gold is just really not doing anything right now. Hold on here. He says on a 911 scale, this is about a 6, so call me. Probably got something to do with one of my orders. All right, so right now we're in kind of and all my charts, we're kind of in a stagnant mode. Again, I go back to the ES and the RTY are on the long side of their 5-minute red lines, and the NQ is on the short side of their 5-minute red lines. I need that NQ to come up, work its way through, and then get all of them doing the same thing, hopefully. And as I said, hopefully the RTY cross over the prior day open, pull back, and then we catch along doing that. And again, a trade like that, if it sets up and it works, and you go back to the prior day high, say you're in at about, let's just say 99, and you go up to here to about, let's just say 05. That's $600, and then you're done. And it should be relatively smooth if we do it, because it's open space. See that? All that open space to run in. So we want to get to that open space. Again, I don't like when there's big news at 8:30 in the morning and we get those big runs, because then what happens is we have a tendency to do this. See, even though we're boomeranging, we're boomeranging in this range. We're not attempting to go anywhere. That news that we get, that news cycle that we get, every 2 weeks or whatever, where you get PPI and, core PPI and then of course the one where we get, jobs data and all that kind of stuff. Those two things can really screw up the market. So many times I've seen days like that where I just can't make any money, because the move is already over. We've already We already left the building. See that? We left the building. We didn't get the opportunity with the market wanting to go over here by crossing over, resetting, and doing, something that we're used to. Price already left the building. So what we got to hope for is that price has a new building to go to. And like I said, my contention of a new building to go to would be to go up over the open, sit on top of it, and then shoot to the long side, back up to here. Now, truth be known, the ES set up for a 1 minute gold line, and I didn't even see that. It's not really working, but it is a nice setup. Yeah, it is a nice setup. Let me text my rep, say doctors. Let me tell him I'm in doctor's appointment. Doctor's appointment until I just lied to my rep. Now, I'm going to tell you something while we're sitting here. The old Bob. Now, this is various stages of the old Bob, just to clarify. There's various stages of the old Bob. The old Bob would try to figure out how to make a trade in here. I think we're going long. That's the old Bob. The more recent Bob is like, no, you show me a reason to get in the market. And somebody pointed this trade out. This was a potential, definitely. I just didn't have my bearings straight yet. Because this was a deliberate move, bing, bing, rotation. That was a good whoever pointed that out. That was definitely a good potential right there. Because that's the most deliberate pattern that I've seen since I've been sitting here this morning. Without a doubt. All right. Man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah, Dominic. Yeah, exactly. Trying to go live. I'm on my third software. I went on YouTube and asked for, and did a search for suggestions. And of course, the powers to be out on YouTube gave me two different suggestions. Each one I tried for like 2-3 days to try to figure out how to get them to go live. And I just got pissed off. And then last night or yesterday afternoon, I think it was, I said, I'm going to figure this out. And I just went and found my own thing, whatever this company's called. It's called Re something. I don't remember what it is, but anyways, and in like 3 minutes, I figured out how to do it. It's like, how the hell can these highfalutin streaming companies be? Yeah, OBS, OBS. This stuff I got here makes OBS look like garbage. I could not get our OBS to load into my live Restream. That's the one I ended up using, Restream. I mean, Restream was so easy. Bing, 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 linked right into my YouTube. Here you go, Bob. When do you want to start? Push the live button. Holy shit. Really? Yeah, painfully low potential for anything right now. Exactly, for trading. And the funny thing about that is like that's why I'm going to tell you right now, the number one thing to figure out to not lose your money when trading is to recognize when not to trade. That's why I said in one of my videos just recently, and I put it up on there, no trade is a trade. We're not here to donate our money to the market. We're here to take it. I'm going to try to make time going forward to do this. Hell, I was even late this morning. I was on a conference call with a manufacturer. And since I've been on here, I put another manufacturer into my voicemail. And I'll guarantee you another manufacturer is going to call me here soon. Manufacturers just keep calling and begging because they're looking for business, man. What do we need to do to get a house built with you, Bob? What do we got to do? Oh, God. And they're all friends of mine. I mean, I've been in this business forever. I only do business with people I like and respect. So, I mean, I'm fine that they call me and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to do a live stream, figure out how to make some money. Boy, this market is dead. I mean, this market is dead. I mean, this is dead. Something's got to come alive here soon. Wow. Shrink this ES up and look at something here. God, yeah, this is just dead. Wow. Yeah, start moving, gold. Start moving. Start moving, gold. Start moving. It'd be nice. Oh, gold. Gold just might. I'll put it up on my screen here if it does, but gold just might start setting up for a 5-minute red line. Maybe the NQ is fine, or the RTY is finally going to start doing what I asked it to do. Roll up, cross over, and sit on top. Ooh, boy, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, yeah, that would be nice. All right, that would be nice. That would be nice. It sure did move. See that? Sure did move. So, a deliberate intent would be it continuing to move, create space, come back down, sit on top, and then we look for a long. The NQ is battling the red line right now. We really could use it to break through that red line to kind of put everybody in agreement. And then, maybe we get lucky. Full disclosure, I think I want to say this over and over and over again. Because I'm live streaming for my first time, I'm in sim mode. I want to make sure I don't screw something up. So I want to make sure everybody knows that. I have a sim account that I created this morning. with a $2,000 balance. So, full disclosure, I want to make sure. I don't want somebody to go, Bob, if we make $300 today, somebody tomorrow will say, Bob, why is your balance not 7,900, whatever, because I'm not trading live today. Wow. All right, well, the NQ is through the red line. Wow, we're still looking at a potential red line trade here in gold. I am looking at it. If it sets up, I'm going to pull that chart over. We are looking at a potential red line trade in gold. Yeah, we are. We're looking at a potential red line trade in gold. Come on, gold. I'm telling you, the volatility in gold is insane. It really does not take much in gold right now to make $400 or $500, which is exactly why I don't pay attention, to oil anymore right now. It just doesn't have the volatility. Yep. NQ's over the red line. So we now have everybody north of the red line. we now have everybody north of the red line. So hopefully, everybody meaning equities, hopefully we can start doing something. Hopefully. $96, $98. Jesus. NQ seems to be the only instrument that actually wants to move right now. Gold has given up on its move towards the red line, but that's okay, because if gold rotates itself up, hits that donkey channel, pulls back, we might have a 1-minute gold line set up in gold. So I'm kind of keep my eyes on that. And I've got to figure out how to set up my on these videos, like what my settings are and all that stuff. I haven't done any of that. Oh, is it covering the instrument? Let me see if I can figure out how to remove that. Drag and move. Hold on a second. It says it right here. Instrument right here. The top left. Yeah, top left, it says it right there. Does it say in the bottom? I guess it does say it in the bottom. Let me see if I can figure it. It says drag to move. Why won't it move? Because I really don't need my name on there, obviously. Who the hell cares? Nobody gives a shit who I am. I mean, who cares who I am? Funny thing is, when I go over it, it says drag to move. Why won't you move? Oh, maybe it means the whole chart. Not that. I'll have to figure out how to work on these screens. Again, I just figured out how to load it yesterday. Or this morning, I mean. Yeah, everybody's coming back down. Yesterday, after I closed out the market and then closed out my trades, man, there was some good setups that set up yesterday. Holy cow. There was some good trades later in the day. Yeah, it does. Sorry, Jesus. Sorry. I don't want to screw things up here. Names off. There we go. Hey, I got rid of it. Look at that. I did figure out how to get rid of all the names. I did figure out how to get rid of all the names. Come on. All right, I'm going to look at something here real close. From here to here. This one from here to here. If this candle breaks long, there's a pretty good likelihood that it's going to go right there. If this candle breaks long. See how we kept higher than this pivot here that brought us to here? I'm not going to do anything about it because I'm just trying to stay out of this consolidation, but this was a very deliberate move right here. Man, the NQ's back over the red line again. Wish somebody would get moving. This might be a good potential here on the NQ. If we can roll up, break that pivot. Oh, shoot, sorry. Look at this. The NQ, oh no, shoot. I was going to say, if this would have run up, broke that pivot, and done a 1 minute gold line, we would have potentially had a long there. It's just we are just sitting in mud. Just sitting in mud. Just sitting in mud. I don't care if they all decide to go short or they all decide to go long. Just as long as they decide to do something. Obviously, I prefer longs over shorts. I can see them better. Shorts have always been something I've struggled with. Seeing them pattern wise. It's amazing how I can see patterns on the north side and I can't see patterns nearly as well on the south side, even though it's the exact same patterns. But I've met traders that they're the same. They're the other way around. They can see patterns south. They can't see them long. I know one trader in particular that he just like he's struggling trading right now because he can trade short real well, and of course nothing is short lately. I mean nothing. Gold, ES, RTY, anything. Nothing is short lately. I've really tried to stay away from short trades in general, just because there's just so much upward pressure in the markets. All right, RTY, it's time for you to do what I said. Now that you come down and cleaned out a bunch of stops and all that kind of stuff, let's go up and over the prior day open. Let's do a reset and let's go. Let's do that. Let's do that. Come on. This is a very lackluster day. I mean, very lackluster. What a great day to have my first ever live stream. Too bad I couldn't figure this crap out Monday or Tuesday when I was printing money. I couldn't figure out how to get the darn thing to go live. Of course, I'd have forced myself to trade in sim and I wouldn't have made the money then. So I guess if I'm going to have a sim chart, it might as well be today, I guess. It's also good for a lot of traders to see that, trading is more about watching than trading. I mean, how many of my trades do you guys see over especially those of you who've been watching me for quite a while? How many of you watched the trades I've got in, good or bad, doesn't matter, winners or losers. And I'm in and I'm out on average 3 minutes, and if I'm trading like maybe 4 trades a day, but I sit in front of the charts for, let's just say 2 hours. I mean, you do the math. How much time am I sitting on my hands and how much time am I actually trading? You know what I mean? And yeah, I can sit here and guess. Let's just say, yeah, it looks like the market's going to go down. Let's just say, oh yeah, it looks like RTY is going to go down. I can guess and put myself in more trades, but I'm that's a side of my trading that I have eliminated myself from doing, so that I can be a better trader. I can tell you right now, my mindset going into trading right now, where I'm at mentally, because I have $1,000 goal for the week, my mindset, and let me tell you something, for those of you that are new to trading and you love the excitement of it, and I get that, trust me, I get that. But my mindset, because it's not new to me now, is to turn my charts on, and I hope I hit 2 trades a week, 2 trades, one on Monday, one on Tuesday, $500, and I'm done. That's really where my mindset is. Man, I have never. Just look at gold. Look at this. Look at this. Does this thing not even say my accounts? Oh yeah, I don't even have my I don't even have my ATMs hooked up to my. I just realized that I don't even have my ATM. Well, of course, I've got my my trade savers set up to these accounts. I just realized that though. But if I go to push a button, I'm not even going to get a trade. But look at gold, man. Just look at that. I mean, there's just for an instrument that is as volatile as it is. This is just crap. This is just crap. Just crap. Oh boy. What I'm hoping to accomplish today in sitting here is that all of a sudden, let's say RTY comes to life and I'm able to say, okay, guys, see, this is what I'm talking about. Here it is. Here's the way the pattern developed. Here's the way the price action looks. This is what you need to hone in on. That's what I'm hoping. At least something comes to life. I mean, and it could, like, we could deliberately roll down to here and then play some monkey games here and then catch something here, get 30, 40 ticks, boom, all in a matter of 1 to 2 minutes, and boom, be done. Man, gold is putting me in a predicament right now. Gold is putting me in a predicament. Let me explain the predicament. Okay. Here's the predicament. So we touched the same high here and just went down straight to the red line. That is a predicament. Let me see what kind of candles we get here. Damn it. Wow. Come on, consolidate back down here. Consolidate back down here. Wow. Wow. Okay. I really would love it to consolidate right here. Because this move way down here is way too much. Yeah. I mean, this is a sign of deliberate right here. The question is, where's the rotation point? Is it something that we have marked on our charts or not? And we have taken off. So we have nothing. Damn it. Wow. Yeah, gold obviously started moving. But here's perfect. So this is an example, though, of what I look for. I look for, okay, we've had consolidate. All of a sudden, we're moving. We're moving. Where are we moving to? Where are we possibly rotating from? And that's where I identify my potential set or not my potential set. Does that make sense? Obviously, we're below the red line now. So what we might get lucky with, 47. Yep. What we might get lucky with, pull back 1 minute gold line short. because we're going to form a couple candles here. It's going to roll back. This donking channel is going to roll up in 1 to 2 minutes. This donking channel is going to roll up to where we're at unless we break it to the downside. And then we might have a 1 minute gold line short. This is definitely a deliberate move. So we just need to try to figure out where the rotation is going to be. Yep. Definitely a deliberate move. I like this. I like this. I like this. I need that gold line to start picking up some steam here. Man, that red line dropped like a stone. That red line dropped like a stone. These can't. The gold just dropped like a stone, man. Okay, let me shrink this up. Let me move this over here. So I kind of have some things going on my chart here. Here we go. All right, gold. All right, gold. I don't know. The NQ just doesn't want to seem to cooperate. Like it seems to be contradicting the ES and the RTY today. I don't know. Again, I go back to the problem in years of watching this stuff is when you have significant news at 8:30 and then the market goes from one zone to another, it has a tendency to sit there in that zone, and then it removes whatever the intent was for the market that day to go from a zone to a zone and then close. And so I really struggle finding trades when we do that. All right, let's pay attention to gold here. We just might get something here. Obviously, ideal would be it comes up and bumps both the red line and the gold line. That would be nice. Come on, gold. Spike up. Come on. Spike up. Don't just roll over here. Spike up. Wow. This is not good. Nope. Come on, gold. Spike up. Oh, you dog. It's already broke the bottom. Notice no reaction because it didn't get a solid rotation point. God dang it. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. What are we at? 86. This area here is 76. So we're $1,000 away from here. It's okay. We have a new donkey and channel low. You can come back up and retest again. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the NQ is a dog right now. Absolute dog. ES is a dog right now. The RTY, that's why I have these two up here, because the only ones that are actually doing any movement right now is gold and the RTY. ES isn't doing garbage, and the NQ isn't doing anything either. Come on, gold. Come on, gold. Now, let me just explain this here. All right, you see this? See this pivot here? Right here? If we have a pullback, we do not want the pullback to break that. If we're looking to try to take a short off the gold line, we do not want that pivot to be broken. We have a donkey and channel low here. We could get a rotation up and then a rotation down, but we do not want that pivot right there to be broken on the pullback. Jeez, crow. It's like watching paint dry. All right, let me do some looking now since we're getting somewhere. Man, we haven't been to the prior day open in a long time. Matter of fact, we screamed right past it at midnight. Jesus, man. I said earlier, I'm having a hard time taking shorts in gold, because gold has just been going long. And I mean long. It's $3,700. It's been going long. I remember trading gold when it was $600. You see what kind of distance we have here. From here, 64, got about 10 ticks. Wow. And we're just sitting there. Yeah, there it goes. I'm not taking it, but obviously I didn't take it. Oh, shoot. Do we have an NQ long here? We might have an NQ long. Hold on here. Let me look at this. Let me blow this up and look at this. What do we got? Donkey and channel here. Hold on here. Oh, shoot. Hold on here. Smooth pullback, red line. Man, that looks promising right there. That does. That looks promising right there. Man, I wasn't paying attention. Shoot, the end would have been 69. I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. That was a pretty smooth pullback right there. I would not be surprised if that runs all the way up. Damn it. I wasn't looking. And then this big hammer candle, we went down below this candle, and oh yeah. Damn it. I completely missed that. That was definitely a rotation potential right there. You're in at 69. I'd have my stop at even. Damn it. 89, 90. We have a lot of room to go back to here. Damn it. Damn it. Sorry, I completely missed that. Damn it. That was the rotate. I would have my stop below this candle right now. Damn it. I completely missed that. That was definitely a beautiful rotation right there. Donkey channel, boom, boom, boom. I don't know if it's going to have enough gas to get up here, but I mean, again, did you get in on the right side? Can you protect yourself? You know, blah, blah, blah. My stop would be right about here, which is even. And it looks like it's not going to work because we just don't have any gas today. Yep, I'd have been out. I'd have been out at even, but that was a nice situation. That was really a nice situation. That really was. Damn it. That was a nice situation right there. That really was a nice one. It just didn't have any gas. Just didn't have any gas. It's now it's rotating back. It's probably going to go. Yeah. 1080p. Can I make it 1080p? Let me see here. Let me see. I have to figure. I have to try to. Let me write that down. Let me write down 1080p possible. That's something I'm going to have to screw around with when I'm not on here. I mean, there's probably a way to do it. I just don't. I literally put this thing on live today for the first time. Notice I didn't take that gold trade. I mean, it's hard to take gold short. It is just hard to take gold short. There's just so many people buying it. Yeah, Ninja, I'll try to do that. I turned it on and I went with the settings I had at the time. I'll try to figure that out. I know my camera does 1080, so I just don't know. So I'll try to figure that out. That'd be a good idea. Whatever the highest pitch I can get would be good, obviously. There's nothing here. There's just nothing here. Now we're at 11 o'clock. So if I was trading, with my live account, I'd walk away today. That's what I would do. The big problem with today, let me emphasize that again. The big problem with today is right here. This news at 8:30 drove the market up. So the market already made its move. And here we are trying to make a move, trying to make money after the market already ran to the zone it wanted to run to. And at 8:30 news, employment data, that kind of stuff, those events can really screw up my trading day. As I've noticed historically. I mean, it's been pretty quiet. Holy cow. I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to shut the stream down in case, let's get the equities over here since gold is really just stuck right now, not doing anything. God, look at that. This is just, look at that. This is why I got excited when I saw this. See how we clipped through all these pivots? By the time I realized it, we were already creating this candle. Hold on here. By the time I figured it out, we were already creating this candle. But even it didn't rotate. It didn't rotate enough to really, it went 10 points, but I mean, in the NQ, I'm not looking for 10 points. I'm looking for 25 plus. So you can see, like here, take this box and pull it down. We had pivots, and then this came up, stuck that finger through. That's a sign. Remember, you're looking for the signs. And that right there is your sign. Right there. And then when it came back, look for the rotation point. That's the rotation point. I missed it. But even if I didn't miss it, it didn't do what I needed it to do. So it's just, man, that was, you heard my voice when I went, oh shit, I missed it. Because I saw this went through all these pivots. That's all, again, the algos give signals. They give signs. This is like one of the signs. Okay, guys, we're going to go here, but we're going to clean people out and then go there. Like they give it away. And they gave it away. You can see the deliberate move back to the red line. Then you had this nice consolidation candle right here. This one reached down, then up, and boom, gone. Just not enough oomph once it went gone. And I saw that as this candle was forming. I'm too busy staring at and again, not excuses. I'm just saying I'm too busy staring at the live stream to recognize, because I'm looking at the chat and all that stuff. I need to just stare at the charts. And I need to not look at the chat. I don't want to ignore people, but I need to not look at the chat. I missed that because I'm too busy looking at the chat. I'm not that talented. Yes, you're right, Joe Clark. That's exactly what it's doing. It's filling It's filling that retarded stuff that happened right here. I totally agree. And so I think this is ultimately going to come down here. If it does it with authority when it gets here, you can be looking for some rotations to the long side, or if it goes through and sits in here, rotations to the short side. Does that make sense? So I'm agreeing with you. It's just I don't think it's going to do it in the time frame that I want to sit here and stare at these charts. Man, that this is the reason it's continuing to battle long for those of you watching the NQ. The reason it's continuing to battle long on top of this red line is because of that. It's because that finger went through all these pivots. So it's continuing to battle. The problem is the ES is going short, the RTY is going short. They're not in agreement. Wow. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that little finger there. I got you, Kevin. No, I will. I want to make sure. First off, this is the first time I've done this, so I want to make sure everything's working. So I have to see the chat in case somebody's got something that's not working on their end. But tomorrow I'll load this up again and do this again, and I will focus solely on the charts and forget the chat now that I know this thing works. So, and I will not miss that tomorrow. Damn it. Damn it. Well, at least it didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't work. But again, I'm looking at my focus is to find what's going to create the big candle in the direction that we're in the trade. That's what my focus is, so that we're on the right side of the trade. And I was screaming it here, but it was too late. And then that happened. I mean, I knew it. And then that happened. So I'm not telling you this after the fact. I just missed the freaking trade. Anyways. I just missed the freaking trade. Yeah. It's okay. I miss trades all the time. We all miss trades all the time. It's part of trading. Anyways. Yeah, I miss trades all the time. What I get excited about even when I miss the trade is at least like in that case, I recognized that was going to be a green candle. So again, rinse, wash, repeat. Once you start recognizing the points of interest that are going to create the bigger move that you're looking for after the deliberate algos in a specific direction, your whole life will change, because you'll be able to sit in front of these charts, hopefully, control your emotions, put yourself on the right side of a trade, and make money. Let me look at the times for tomorrow's news, if there is any. I didn't even look. Oh my God! Of course, we got freaking Jesus. Of course, tomorrow's 9/11 too, which is a traditionally bad day mentally for traders, and we all know why. I actually lost some friends from Notre Dame on that day that I graduated with, that went to work on Wall Street. So anyways, yeah, we got news at 8:30. So again, I'm going to try to just turn this stuff on at 11:30. I mean, not 11:30, 9:45. Sorry, 11:30. Got me a little distracted there about 9/11. I completely forgot tomorrow was 9/11. Sorry. Anyways, let's see here. Man, they are battling. They are battling to hold that north of the red line over here in the NQ. They are literally battling. There's buyers keep jumping in. Again, that finger right there was the sign. They're battling to keep it up there. Anyways, let's just see what's going on with RTY here. Oh yeah, ooh-wee. Come on, RTY, get your butt down here. Let's blow this up and look at it. Come on, RTY. Let's get down here. Let's come down here and do something. Oh, what's going on over here? What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Hold on, Nessie. We have a crossover, Donkey Channel Low retest in gold. Oh yeah. I am putting that on my chart right now. I am putting that on my chart right now. Come on, gold. Consolidated in the zone. Crossover retest. Let's go. I like it after the crossover retest versus this big long movement. It needed to consolidate after all that movement because it was going to be a lot of pressure for it to roll back up. Now that pressure is over. They ran down, created a new donkey channel, and rolled into the 1 minute gold line. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything though. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything though. Nope, we're not going to get anything. All right. Not going to get anything. Yep. It killed itself right here. See that? It killed itself. It's interesting. Gold has yet, just a little observation, gold has yet to retest the prior day open. Anybody see that? It just blew right through it and has yet to retest it. Interesting. Anyways, yeah. That was a good short setup on RTY that just happened. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, Dominic, because I don't agree. If we're going to talk about the RTY for just a second, if you're talking about this right here, now it worked. I get that. Okay. But that's not a setup. It's not a setup because we've come down and challenged the gold line multiple times already without going north of it and resetting and then crossing over. Yeah, we had a donkey and channel low here and we went up and then down. I get all that. But that's not a setup the way I trade. Instead, I need here, I'll show you what I need. I'll use ES, but I need this. I need price to be below this gold line before it challenges the gold line, say to the long side, where this will be a long one. So I need to have price down below the gold line and then cross over, do that donking channel, then challenge the gold line. Not challenge the gold line all the way to that point that it finally breaks the donking channel. That's where you start running into an exhaustion pattern of the follow through. Every time you hit that gold line, you're running it. You're running out of the energy that the gold line creates to keep pushing price in a direction. Now it worked, which is cool, but it's not a setup that I look for, because you'll find over time. I love the gold line because the gold line tells me, like, if I'm in a trade long off the red line or the prior day open or something like that, and I'm on the side of the gold line that's in the direction of the trade that I'm in, I love the gold line because it will keep guiding price, because a lot of people trade that gold line. A lot of scalpers will hit that gold line, just keep hitting that gold line. There's a lot of scalpers that trade the 9 EMA. And bless their heart for that, because it keeps the price moving in the direction I want, in a sequence that I want. But once you've banged your head off of it so many times, it's going to most likely give up the ghost. Right? It's holding this gold line. This gold line is holding all the way down here, which is really cool. It is very cool. But of course, I think it's goes back to I can't remember who said this, but may have been Joe Clark, that we're going to looking to fill the gap back down here that was created from the news. And I totally agree with that. I think that's more the intent when they came down here, and the gold line's just pushing it. But it doesn't mean I have a pattern. That's all. You talk about my picture, Vitali, my picture. You talk about my picture. Because I can also Can you hear me? Obviously you can hear me now. I got to figure out how to move this. I know you can hear me now. I got to figure out how to move this or get it out of here. It's got me muted, or I can do this. Can you hear me now? Still, and I'm not there. All right. After my picture disappears, tell me if you can hear me. Oh, shoot. You can't hear me. You sure you can't hear me? My thing says you can hear me. Oh, you can't hear me. I had to go to the bathroom. I disappeared for a minute because I had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't talking. After I said, "Can you hear me?" I took the picture off not because I had to go to the bathroom, but I did it because I recognized what he was talking about. My picture on there, it's kind of in the way of the candles. So I definitely don't want the picture on there. And for some reason, it won't allow me to move it unless again, I'm going to work on this after the fact, try to figure out how to, because if I put my picture over to the left or something like that, so it's not in the way of the candles, that'll be good. So anyways, all right. Wow, what did gold just do? Ooh, what did gold just do? Oh, gold, please do something. Oh boy. All right, before I sign off, we are going to see, we got two things to look at. I'm going to get this out of the way. And I'm going to put this up here. All right. Two things we're going to look at. One is going to be the NQ, and the other is going to be gold. Because gold just made a nice, sharp move. We may get lucky and get this. I said we haven't touched the open since midnight. This is a good possible retest right here. And then possibly a long. Oh, yeah. See, we hadn't been to gold since midnight. And I thought they were going to come down here and test it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Let me get my chart a little more. I'm going to just blow this up. The hell with it. Come on. Come on, gold. Let's go. Let's see. We started here. 1, 2, 3. We're rotating down. That's right, Jim. You don't need to see me using the men's room. I agree with that. All right, come on. Come on, gold. This could be it. We sat here all morning, guys, and this could finally be it. This could finally be what we've been looking for. Come on, gold. Coming into a new zone. Let's see what's below it in case they're running to something bigger. No. All right. Kind of a long ways away down there. Where is this at? 63. This is 76. Come on, gold. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, gold. Let's go. There you go. Come on. Let's cooperate. Let's rotate down. Do a nice little candle consolidation here, and let's go long. Back up to right to where this break is. Come on down. Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Oh, Jesus. Come on. This might do the same thing it did yesterday, where it broke to the upside and then slammed down anyways. Because that's what it did yesterday and gave me that really funky trade. Ah, Jesus. Nope. Good morning, PMC. It's been a slow morning, non-eventful. Hey, buddy, come here. My dogs are wondering, who are you talking to, Dad? They're sitting here looking at me. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Sorry. I'm not talking to you, so don't worry. Well, I don't know that we're going to get anywhere. We still could get a sequence of candles from here down to that open. It's like it's weird because this is the lowest we've been, 74, since it crossed over at midnight, and that was way back at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Wow. I'm not a big fan of 1 minute gold line trades, after, say, 10 o'clock, 11. Well, in gold, after 10. What would be nice is if this would roll up, maybe give us a red line trade short. Yeah, it's too late in the morning for a 1 minute gold line trade in my book. Of course, this is the most price action we've had in gold since the 8:30 news. I mean, it's just been pretty much dead. Well, since the equity markets opened. Oh no, that's the 8:30 news. Is it? Yeah, that's the 8:30 news. And we had all that reaction, and then we haven't had anything since, really. But I said a long time ago, I thought we were going to have to come down here and test the top of that. I said it because I showed this. We hadn't been here since midnight when it crossed over. And when it crossed over, it never retested it. It just blew right through it, which is very unusual. It just blew right through it. Might get a 5-minute red line here. Definitely the time zone for that. Put that here. Where's my NQ? It's not on all right, let me get this out of the way. Let me pull this out of the way. Ooh. All right, hold on here. Well, maybe. Jesus. Let me shrink this back up. Let me look at this. God. Huh. Could we get a prior day high test in gold? I mean, in NQ. This is possible right here. We can just continue to go straight down to the prior day high right here in the NQ. We could possibly get something here. We could possibly get something, but again, we need something to move. Keep moving. I need you to keep moving. Otherwise, I'm not going to care. I need you to keep moving. I'm going to put this line right here. I want to see this line right here. I want to hold that position if we go down. Come on. No, keep going. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Man. And see, even the RTY just stopped. It never ran its way down to that prior day close. Just kind of stopped. I need to send Q to get come on. There you go. Come on. Let's get some energy here. You're still going in pattern. I like that. Let's come down here. Let's consolidate and let's catch along. And I'm using, is it called Restream? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Restream. I couldn't get OBS to work. I couldn't get EV Mux to work. I just couldn't get it to work. And then all of a sudden, I got so frustrated and pissed. I pulled up Restream, and it was like, just asked me some questions. I went ding, 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 boom. All of a sudden, bam, I'm live. It's like, get the hell out of here. I kept telling myself this stuff is not that difficult. How come? I mean, I could tell, and it would try to load because it was connecting to my YouTube, but it just wouldn't do anything. Either one of them. And Restream, just bing, 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 bam, there it is. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, my thought that we were gonna run this down and test and then give me a rotation long, that's all kind of gone by the wayside now. So, anyways, I'm gonna shut the stream down for today, but I wanted to at least get on and try to practice and all that stuff. Just unfortunately, we had that 8:30 news that really moved the market, and then it's just hard to recover from there because just I like I said, I find on those PMI days and those employment data days, if the market takes that news at 8:30 in the morning and runs to a zone, it becomes very difficult to trade from that point forward because it has a tendency to kind of sit in that zone. Now, what we've done is we've meandered out of that zone to the downside in just about all these markets, not the ES, but everybody else. I mean, the ES is still just, look at the ES. I mean, the ES is still in that zone it created, and just not going anywhere. I mean, we're just not going anywhere. From the news, we have yet to leave the box in the ES that was created from the news at 8:30. We have yet to leave the box. It's hard to trade when the market's already blown the box open. So anyways, I'm going to try to do it daily as much as I can. Yes. So I'm going to try to sign in at 9:45 in the mornings now that I know how to use this damn thing. You guys don't realize behind the scenes how much I've been fighting to get this stuff to work. And then if I can get this to work and whatever, then I may find a way to do this. Somebody suggested, say, Discord or whatever. I might find another way to do this down the road. I mean down the road a few months from now or whatever, where it's live instead of semi-live because there's a 20-second delay or something. Yeah, now the thing about the MNQ, that W pattern you're talking about, I would have already taken the trade because the rotation down, see, because you went, if this was a valid pivot point, which it's not on my charts, but when it created the high, then it gave that nice deliberate pullback, established, a bottom, and then a candle was created, and then a long went off of it. Because you have to have that established straight pullback where this high stays, this low stays higher than this low, and then you have that long. So yeah, you're correct. The only problem with the W in this case, which is why I wasn't focused on it, is we didn't break one of my rotation points that I have on my chart. But you're correct about the W. Absolutely. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and everybody have a good day. Don't lose your money. Don't lose your money. That was a nice W. If I recognized a place to rotate from, that was a nice W. All right. Talk to you guys later.